It reduced whole houses to just 2 rows of bricks. It was impossible then, in the dark and smoke, to work out who had died and who had survived. Craters were ablaze like small volcanoes in the streets.
As far as I know, I've lost my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, and their house is there's just a 30-foot crater where their house was. Like, I can't even find the house. It's gone, like.
Well, we just looked out the door and everything was on fire. Even the trees in the garden were on fire. Well, there was 3.
The elderly couple next door and they're quite badly. Their house is burned completely and they're quite badly burned.
It looked like a scene out of hell. This whole road was ablaze.
I mean, just describe what it was like.
When I was sitting with my aunt, a thing like an enormous mushroom fireball whizzed past the window, and all I could think of was getting her out and throwing her down on the ground, because I know that that's the safest place to be.
It came straight down, and then this great mass of flames, and I turned to run, but there was nowhere to run to.
We all thought it was an earthquake at first, didn't we? Didn't know what it was, and then we rushed outside and just all this debris coming down.
Gentlemen. They could have been much worse, but I wouldn't even like to think about them being worse. I think it's a traumatic and terrible tragedy for the passengers on the plane, for their relatives, and obviously for the local people in Lockerbie.
Whether it exploded or not, I don't know. It does seem to us, it does appear on the face of it to have had a structural failure in the air, but we won't be able to say why for quite some time.
A stream of official visits went on through the day. After touring the crash site and hearing details of the rescue operation, the Duke of York told people in Lockerbie he had great sympathy.
Very difficult to have any message for the people of Lockerbie, apart from my sincere condolences for what has happened. I suppose that statistically, something like this has got to happen at some stage on a time.
They'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. My kids will never forget it. They wouldn't even sleep last night because the helicopters were going to run all night and the kids keep thinking it's a plane coming. And there's a lot of children like the same like that. It's terrifying. And I mean, the people in Lockerbie will never forget it. Never.
We can only pray and hope that some salvation comes to the town and people restore. Life has to go on, we know, but it's going to be a long time before this town gets back onto its feet.
I would say devastating. I would actually say Christmas will not be the same for anybody in the town at the present moment. I don't think anybody will have the heart for Christmas, really.